to the channel, then there's nothing. I'm Jam, and let's get to it. So today we're diving on into another fantastical book tag. We are going into a trip down memory lane. So let's go. This should be a fun one. Question one in this tag is, who are your favorite childhood authors? And I have multiple. I have four examples. Number one being Dr. Seuss. This is like core childhood memory. We'd sit on my mum's bed and she would read any sort of Dr. Seuss book we picked off the bookshelf because she collected them, because she, like me, is a complete book nerd. So you wonder where I get it from? I think it's genetic. Second on the list is the Fire Within series by Chris DeLacy. It explores the world of dragons in a sort of Portal fantasy type vibe thing, but also, are the dragons real or are they just made of clay? You decide. It's very cute. It's very like childhood moving into teen fiction type vibes, and I loved it because, as we know here, I am a dragon girly. We know this. Example number 3 is Hugo Cabret. This again was a very fond memory that I have with my siblings. We got read the first chapter in class and I insisted on going and getting in the book from the bookstore, and Mum very much obliged in doing that and read it to us. Although it is a book that has pictures and reading, so I was very, very intrigued by this. I didn't even know this type of storytelling existed, and I was so pleased. And last but not the least, Narnia by C.S. Lewis. This is like, again, core memories. The books I've mentioned are all books that my mum sat down and read to us on her bed, and I am just so like, I love her for doing that. I love her for expanding our like knowledge and bringing us all together. I love that she was just into storytelling as my dad is, and it's just, oh, I can't even. The second question in this tag is, what is your most treasured book? And I have 2 of them, and it should come as no surprise that Once There Were Giants is on this list. I have told people many a time, but I will tell them again. This is the picture book that my preschool gave to me when I was leaving, and is a book that I have made my mother read time and time again over the years as I got older. And as I did get older, I became very attached to this story and cried, because my mum used to cry reading this story to me. I never understood why as a kid, but as an adult, this makes me bawl my freaking eyes out. And the second one is maybe not so obvious, but is The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, and it's an illustrated edition. I got it from a good friend when I was living overseas. I was quite young, so I do not remember who that good friend is, but I love it nonetheless. It's great, and it's fucking Narnia. You can't go wrong with Narnia. And the last question in this tag is, do you still read books from your childhood? And of course I do. I read all the books that I've shown you, but I thought I would add in, I still love collecting picture books, if me reading them on the channel wasn't obvious enough. One of my favorite picture books at the moment now is Brain Is Not Always Right. I love to collect any sort of picture book with like lovely art, because I used to be quite the artiste, not so much anymore, but I love to collect it because of the art purposes, but also because of the storytelling, and also the funny ones as well. The cat, the dog, Little Red, the exploding eggs, the wolf, and Grandma's house. Because you know what? In the distant future, I hope to have kids of my own, and I would love to share these stories with them. Not only the ones that I love now, but the ones that I've mentioned. Because I feel like it keeps your heart young, reading books that are, you know, targeted towards kids, because like they're just so full of hope and niceness, and like there's always a happy ending or a lesson to be learned. And I feel like as adults we kind of forget that, and it's nice to look back on your childhood, because generally there are pretty happy memories there, and you learn a lot of lessons that maybe you forget when you're an adult. Anyway guys, that's all I've got for you today. Please like, subscribe, because that is always nice, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.